From that first idea, I'm gonna do these t-shirts and hats, to your first million, how much time?
10 years.
That's important.
10 years. Even today, I see companies, I don't care if you're a tech company or anything else, it takes you anywhere from 6 to 8 years to really hit a sufficient amount of scale where you can pull money out and it's a real business, you know. So, I mean, it was about 10 years for me though. I started in '89. I closed it 3 times up until '91 because I kept running out of money, and then I finally got some kind of public recognition in '96, and then I finally started making dough in '99. Well, I ran out of just $1,000, $2,000 because you know the biggest reason why startups fail is they're overfunded. They go out and borrow $50,000 or mortgage the house for $100,000. They make a lot of mistakes on that money because they keep paying for people to build their website, or they buy inventory and the inventory is bad because it's their first shot at it, you know. And then they turn around and they have to close the company down. They got 7 years of bad credit. Nobody's talking to them and a whole bunch of crappy inventory. So
so how would you manage that? How would you know how to manage that?
Yeah, especially if you don't have the tools. Like if I need somebody to build a website for me, I have to outsource it.
You don't, because what happens is when you start off with $500,000, you got to do it, and then you start figuring it out. So when somebody comes to you and tells you, yo, you need $20,000 for a website, be like, no, I don't. I need $1,000 for a Facebook page. I don't need no website like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you know what you're investing in.
Yeah.
You start figuring it out, right?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Listen, shout out to Daymond John, man. Listen, I don't even know how long I've been watching Shark Tank. Probably like the last, 10. It's been on for 10 plus years. Daymond has been consistently my favorite shark, and this is the reason. Like, he's consistently dropping gems like this. All these misconceptions about what a business is, how to start it, why they fail. Like, we about to get into it. So let's go. All right, so what's going on, BSN champions? Brian O's coming at you from Black Speakers Network. And yeah, we got Daymond John on this video clip talking about how it took him 10 years to make his first $1 million in sales. And so I love this clip because basically, I think there are a lot of misconceptions as it relates to people who start in their speaking business, people that are starting entrepreneurship in general, and thinking that, you just need this massive bag in the beginning. You need this massive injection of cash. And I know that there are certain companies, particularly like in the tech industry, that, the first move is to create an idea and then go out and get venture capital. But for the vast majority of entrepreneurs, that's not happening. Like, it is on us to fund our business, to fund our dream. If we got some money saved, great. If you got some, some things you could borrow against, like Daymond said, getting your mortgage and stuff like that. But check out what he said, because he said that the biggest cause of failure for most entrepreneurs is having a business that is overfunded, not underfunded, overfunded. And this makes a lot of sense to me. I remember when I first started Black Speakers Network, I didn't have any money. Like, there was no inheritance, there was no loan. Certainly wasn't nobody coming to, write me a check for, $10, $20, $30,000. And so I had 2 funding sources. Basically, the little bit of money that we started making when I was selling my, my first digital product, which was like a $5 product. And then I had any money that I had left over from, working. So I was working full time, 40 hours a week, and it was not a lot of money. So I took a little bit of, and the cool part is I got paid weekly. So I took, a little bit of money one week, bought a domain for the website. Took another little bit of money the next week, purchased some software. Took a little bit of money the next week, maybe got like a mouse or something like that. Like, it was a very slow process, but I'm very thankful for it, because what it did, it gave me an opportunity to, number one, learn how to do every single thing in my business. And it didn't provide me with an opportunity or a false sense of security that because I had all of this money, I couldn't fail. Most entrepreneurs, when they get huge capital investments, especially early in their business, they have no idea what to do with it. They have no clue what to do with it. And then they end up, going out of business, just like Daymond said. And so I think if you're in that position right now, leverage that, lean into that, because it is absolutely, a great place. And, most of us, we don't need, a bank loan. Some of us, may have got PPP funding. Some of us maybe didn't. But regardless of where you fall, you need a customer. You need a problem that you're solving, and you need a customer. So just focus on that. Focus on getting one customer and taking that one customer, turn it into two, take a two, turn it into four. But in my business, I had to teach myself a bunch of things. I taught myself how to, build my first website. It was on Squarespace. So it wasn't the prettiest website. No, we just this year, we're going into our 5th year of business. Just this year, got a brand new, website and had a team to help put that together. But for the first 4 years, every single update on that website, I did. Copywriting, I did it. Learning how to create a membership website, I did it. Learning how to link all the websites together, learning about tools like Zapier, connecting different integrations together, I did it. And so, it's a blessing. It may not feel like it all the time, but it's actually a blessing not to have so much money at your disposal when you're first starting, especially if we're talking about in the speaking business, especially if we're talking about any sort of, digital entrepreneur where you're responsible for producing, thought leadership content, author, coaching, consulting, anything in that information marketing space. Listen, you don't need a lot of money. All your money you have is right up here. Your creativity, your drive, and the information that you have that's going to transform people's lives. So I absolutely agree with Daymond on this point, and that is why he is the people shark to me. So my question to you as we wrap up, what is the thing that you had to teach yourself in your business because you didn't have the money for it? Black Speakers Network is here for you. Make sure you head on over to our Facebook group. We have a free online community with thousands of members that are waiting to support you and grow in your speaking business. Plus, we have free weekly trainings every single week. We're helping speakers get clarity on your mission, your message, how to market, how to monetize or manage your speaking business. And hey, if you're at that point where you're really ready to take things to the next level, go ahead and apply for Black Speakers Network Premium membership, and let's figure out how we can work together. But remember, the number one reason why businesses fail is because they're overfunded. You don't need more money. You need to get to work. You need to find a client, and you need to solve a problem. I'm Brian Oles, Black Speakers Network. As we always say, keep speaking up because your audience awaits, and I will see you on stage.